I'm Andrew, and I'm the video producer with Fiilex. I'm here to give you another behind-the-scenes look at our documentary series, Passion Projects. For this episode, we were in Albany, California, and we were there at a dance studio shooting some footage of a dancer. One of the first things we shot was this sort of like exterior tracking shot of the dancer actually approaching the building. And we did this very simply. I used a Panasonic GH4 with a 14mm pancake lens, and I had that mounted on a 3-axis gimbal stabilizer. For lighting, and this was really important because it was dark, we had a P100 mounted to a boom pole, and the boom operator actually followed the camera and the subject as they moved through the space. The main space that we shot in was this room that pretty much looked like the quintessential dance studio. We started this sequence with a shot reverse shot of the dancer actually arriving into the room and then wiping camera. To achieve this, we had the GH4 on a tripod, and then we had the Q500 with a softbox. And to reverse the setup, we just swiveled the light around and then moved the camera. And we had both shots in under 5 minutes. I think using the Q-series lights with diffusion for this video made a lot of sense because it allowed for me to get a very dramatic and striking image, but with a beautiful softness and subtle drop-off from the shadows. For the actual dance portion, we had the Q1000 rigged up overhead in the rafters with a pair of softbox attached. And this gave for a really nice circular pool of light for the dancer to move around in. Another reason behind the lighting was that we needed to keep the lights out of the mirrors, which were dominating the space, but also they needed to be out of my path while I was operating camera. One of the biggest obstacles with this project was dealing with those mirrors, and really the solution came down to a few things: clearing the room, obstructing the camera's view of the mirror as much as possible, and of course, editing. Now, having a light pointing down overhead does make it a little bit more dramatic than what I was going for. So what we did is we placed some P360s along the wall pointing at the dancer. This not only filled in the shadows a little bit, but it also gave a lot of nice edge light, which actually gave it an even more elegant look and brought out the movement of the dance even more. I really wanted to do the dance movement justice, and I wanted it to be really cinematic. She was just improvising, and my camera setup and my light setup gave me the ability to improvise as well. Later the next day, I came back and I shot a short interview with the dancer. And for this, I kept it really simple. I used a P360 with a dome diffuser to get a nice soft key light, and then I used another P360 as a side or hair light. Now there was tons of daylight spilling into the windows and through the skylight, but luckily the color tunability of the lights gave me the ability to just tune the lights to where I wanted them so that they were matching enough. Also, I wouldn't have to worry about, gelling the lights or masking windows or any of that stuff. Overall the shoot went really well. There were no major technical difficulties. We were able to move from scene to scene very, very easily. The color tunability of our lights really gave us the ability to contend with lots of different color temperatures, but also gave us the ability to maintain a sense of consistency across the whole piece.